Matt. This is Michelle. First off, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy day yesterday to speak with me. But here's the video I promised you that will show you the 3 things that you can do to bring more customers to your business. So if by the end of this video you like what you've heard, just reach out to me and we can definitely chat. Or if you want to take these things and do it yourself, well, that's fine with me as well. So let me go ahead and show you those 3 things that's going to set your company above your competition. Matt, the first thing that we're going to look at today is content. Most business owners know that they need content, but they don't know that the average amount of content for the #1 result for roofing is 1,500 to 2,500. So for you just to show up at the top of Google, you need to at least have 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords. And what we can actually do right now, I am going to show you a couple things. We are using one of your competitors, Bases Roofing. They're one of the top competitors across Oklahoma City, Norman, Moore, Edmond areas. So we are going to go ahead, and this is a word counter that we just use, and what we do is we put in your homepage's URLs, and it just basically gives us the total of words on each of your sites. So for ScissorTail Roofing, we have 1,782 words, so perfect. Bases, your competitor, has 1,802, so you guys are kind of neck and neck there with that, but great job on the number of words you have on your homepage. Also, just to let you know, one of the other things you can do, and we will check it here. So anywhere that you have pictures and some videos, you can add keywords behind there as well. So if we just click on one of these here and do save as, let's just have that pull up. Okay, you see where your file name just has some letters and numbers? This is where you can add keywords. So you can put in ScissorTail Roofing, Norman, you can put Roofing Norman, Roofing OKC, any of those different locations. Also, depending on what type of services you also offer, you can include that there. I see that, you do both residential and commercial. So you can put commercial roofing OKC, residential roofing OKC. So any additional wording behind these pictures can be found as well, because what Google does is they send out these little robot crawlers, and what they do is they crawl these sites and they can find keywords behind pictures, keywords behind videos. Don't think I saw, no, I didn't see any videos on yours, so that's anywhere that we have those, that can happen as well. So even with this big one here, that does change. You have here top rated Norman Roofing Company, perfect with the phone numbers, but you can add some keywords there as well. One other thing that we're going to look at here real quickly, and we're going to be looking at both you and your competitor, and this is a site that we use. It costs a couple $100 a month for us, but it basically gives us a behind the look at what we can see for each company. So what if we go and look at ScissorTail first, we can see that you have 17 keywords that's on your homepage there. And if we go to Bases, they have 74 keywords. So since we're on Bases here real quick, let me just go ahead and click on this. And you can see here some of the things that they're being found for. Roofing Oklahoma City, Roofing Companies OKC, Roofing Companies Oklahoma City, a lot of search for Oklahoma City, but they have all these different keywords that they have on that they're being found for. And what I can go ahead and do now is I'll switch back to you, and you have 17 keywords. So let's see what we have for you. Roofing Norman, okay. ScissorTail Roofing. Now this is one of the #1 things you're being found for, but this is considered a branded keyword. It's your company name, so that's a branded one. But you want to make sure we get some of these additional other keywords. But you do have Roofing Contractor Norman, Roofing Norman. So most of your searches are being found for Norman. So what you would want to do is just make sure we add some other locations, so that you can be caught in any of those service areas that you do. So let me go ahead and go back to the home page here. And I'm going to go back over here. So, what we need to do to beat your competition online is, you have the 1,500 words. You actually have 1,700, so maybe to beat out bases is to go ahead and start trying to get up to like 2,500 words on that home page with those additional keywords added for your different locations that you service and the different items that you do offer. You know, because that's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you get that done. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go over here to a search, and I already put in roofing OKC, so we're just going to go ahead and tap on that. And we're going to go in, so we're going to be in Google. And the first thing that you come across here is going to be a ton of ads. That's anything that's going to say sponsored. So what it is, these businesses are paying Google for ads. They can work, but they also can be a money pit, especially if your website is not dialed in. So what you want to make sure before you're spending a lot of money in Google ads is make sure you know that your actual site is going to convert. So what we're going to go ahead and do here for the next thing is we are going to look at citations. So if we stay right here in Google and just scroll down past this sponsored one, and you're going to see here OKC Roofers, Heiner Roofing, and Statewide Roofing. And this is going to be our citations area. And what that is, it's our map pack. It's also known as Google Maps section. It's where you're going to find your business name, address, and phone number listed. And our map pack is actually our top 3 people here. Like I said, OKC, Heiner, and Statewide. 30% of customers will go here and probably select one of these 3 to go with when they're looking for roofing services. And, you know, this is also known as NAP. It's the name, address, and phone number. And this is where Google can verify and give relevance to a local business. And how do you get up in this top 3? It's by going in and adding your name, address, and phone number, and have it listed on different directories. And we want to make sure when you're on different directories that your name, address, and phone number match on each one of those. And some of those different ones can be Yahoo Local, Bing, Yelp, Switchboard, Hot Frog, which I just love that name. You know, different areas like that so that you can get up in this area here. And, you know, it's basically, you know, your competitor has a lot, you know, and that's what's pushing them into this above here for these guys to stay on the map pack. And what do we do to get you in this area, or you can do is, you know, we actually have companies that we can reach out to, and we can get directories that your competitors are listed on. And all we do is we take that same list and we add those companies to yours, you know, basically just matching it with your companies for what they have. But we don't stop there. You want to make sure that if your competitor has like 100 citations, you want to get anywhere from 50 to 100 more, you know, so that you're dominating them online, and having that additional amount also is going to take them a lot longer to catch up to you. It keeps you in this area up here. So what we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the third thing now, and this is going to be link juice or backlinks. And this is going to be the third pillar that will help you dominate on Google. And what we can do here, apologize for the phone ringing in the background. What we can do here is, you know, we're going to scroll down here in Google. And when you get here to this section right here, it's kind of considered like the organic section. And anywhere from, I'm going to say 60-70% of your customers will go past the, you know, the Google Maps area, and they're going to go right down here, and they're most likely going to select the first company that's listed. Since they're the first one that's listed there, they're on the top. But this is where you want to be. And to get there, you need authority. So how do you get authority? It comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So for a sample, if site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. Kind of like a vote of confidence, and in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So for an example, if you get a local blog or industry site linking back to you, you know, then that's great. But if you're a roofing niche, if you're in roofing and you get a backlink from Pizza Hut, well, that's not so great because you guys don't sell pizza. So you just want to make sure that you have strong, relevant sources, just like your competitor does here. This is what's getting them in that spot. They have strong, relevant resources, those links coming into them. And, we go right back to Ahrefs and we can look at that. So if we look at ScissorTail Roofing, they have 282 links. But if we go over to yours, you do have 315 links, which is telling me you probably don't have some strong, relevant sources, as ScissorTail is beating you in that, that #1 spot. So we just want to make sure whatever backlinks you have, that those are relevant ones. They're not, spammy ones that are coming in. And how do we do that? It's the same thing. We would go in and we would take your competitors' backlinks, and when we make sure that we get those same links onto your business. Getting to the top is not magic. It's definitely just a method, and I've shown you that here today. So let me go ahead and go over those 3 things again. #1 is going to be content. Your front page needs to have at least 1,500 words. With yours, I would say at least get up to 2,500 with those keywords added. Citations, you want to have at least 200 to 300 more to beat out your competition. So, just beating them out in the landslide, just taking a lot longer for them to catch up with you. #3 is going to be backlinks. That you need more relevant sites pointing to your business so that Google sees you as the authority. If you implement these 3 things, you can become #1 across Google. So, what do you do now? You can either go with this information I provided you today, do it on your own. I'm totally cool with that. Or, however, you can reach out to us and, take the effective route and save yourself some time and give us a call, 405-410-3024. Once again, my name is Michelle, and my number is 405-410-3024. I look forward to hearing from you, and Matt, I hope you have a great day. Thanks.